scaring me a little bit.
I really wish they do that at like night when nobody else is around.
Well, it's good school. So, here's going to be, the norepinephrine. What do we kind of associate that with? We think about the adrenal gland and we think about adrenaline, okay? Once again, something that ramps it up. Acetylcholine. Think of like the muscular system, norepinephrine still having a similar effect, this time internally, okay? But does that mean that the acetylcholine is not present in the autonomic nervous system? No, because it is. Effect can be a little bit different. The reason, receptors on target cells. What is that? What's a receptor on a target cell?
Parts of cells that evaluate proteins.
Okay, let's think back to that part of the cell that I wanted you to review for the plasma membrane. In the plasma membrane, which is a lipid bilayer, what did I say very first day of class? The level we would get to for every topic, the cellular level. So, this bilayer has embedded in it proteins. Do you happen to remember the different types of proteins that are present? Anthony? No? I had channel protein. I had leak protein. I have that wonderful ATP-powered pump. Does everybody remember that one? Okay. Voltage-gated protein. Y'all need to go back and review those videos, like I said. How about the ligand-gated protein? Okay. How about something called a glycoprotein? All right, I see one person shaking their head. I'm telling you guys right now, if you cannot understand this at the level I'm trying to get you to, you are not going to make it through your programs. Because this is the level you've got to know. You've got to understand this level. Glycoprotein. Glyco. What does it make you think about? Sugar. These had a sugar chain, okay, coming off of it. We also had glycolipids, where there were sugars coming off of them, okay? The job of those chains, those glycochains, one, cell-to-cell communication. So allowing this cell to talk to another one. Or being a receptor. You remember that now. Probably in your bio class, the professor probably drew something like this. Probably drew like an animal cell, and then they drew something with a specific shape. Okay? Now, this is actually what it is. Alright? Now, if it is attached to the protein, acts acting as a receptor. And the only thing that my nerve cell can produce is a neurotransmitter, which is a protein. That means whether I'm going to another nerve cell, whether I'm going to muscle, or whether I'm going to gland, it's meeting a cell. Because aren't every single one of those made up of cells?
Yes. Yes.
So, my next nerve cell is a cell, skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, made up of cells, and glands are made up of cells. So therefore, the product from the neuron can only meet another cell. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
So, on the inside of the cell, all right, that's my plasma membrane. On the inside of the cell is going to be all of those cellular components. I'm going to have the nucleus. I'm going to have the endoplasmic reticulum. I'm going to have a Golgi apparatus, blah, blah, blah. Okay? I got all the parts of the cell. Now, that neurotransmitter comes along. Okay? My protein that got produced by the nerve cell. Yes? If it comes along, and this, or mostly this, if it's a receptor, and if this can fit the receptor, will it attach?
Yes.
Yes. So, if that is the case, what is it going to do to the cell?
Whatever it's programmed
The
to
response from the cell.
And
not
it,
inhibit, but it's gonna, the cell will respond to whatever.
well, if it's excitatory, it's going to make that cell do something. Probably affect its product. If it's inhibitory, most likely it's going to stop the making of the product. So, there are two ways that can happen. All right? So once again, let's go back to the structure of a cell. Do you guys remember something called a G protein complex? What was it? It was these like little 3 proteins, G protein complex. Not even from your general bio?
I might have ever seen that.
Huh? Okay, need to know this. The C-AMP system. Y'all were not taught any of that? Okay. The only thing, like I keep saying, a cell can make is protein, which is its product. Okay? The goal of our nervous system control that. Because the nervous system is going to control everything about the body. It is going to control every activity. Now, if we think about that, a cell, at least how we think about it for animals, right? Okay, because we don't have a rigid cell wall. Only thing we have is this squishy plasma membrane. Inside, got our nucleus. Nucleus contains my genetic material. My genetic material contains genes which code for a protein. Now, the protein will either stay in the cell or it will exit the cell. You remember that, right? So, in making the protein, this means you are making the product. For example, the pancreas. What is the pancreas well known for? Insulin, which is supposed to moderate my sugar in my blood. It does that in what way?
Insulin helps kind of usher the sugar, I guess it helps store it properly, right?
Yeah. The brain inhibits the breakdown action.
Insulin that gets produced by the pancreas is coded for by a gene on the chromosomes in certain cells of my pancreas. The activity, now once again, only thing that can be created is a protein. Sugar, when I take it in, all right, it's going to go into my stomach, it's going to get to my digestive system, from the digestive system where I've got a very close relationship to my bloodstream, that sugar will get released. The job of insulin, protein, that's the only thing it can do, okay, the product, is to help cellular level, you guys, okay, help cells of the body absorb it and use it. Now, if we take in too much, then we've got to figure out how to store it. Short term, y'all didn't learn this in part 1? Oh, not. It should have been an AMP 1. The short term, they might have mentioned it. They probably mentioned like glycogen and so forth. The short term storage of that sugar, which should be in the form of glucose, okay, gets stored in muscle and the liver as glycogen. And if you don't use that quick enough, we store it in our fat cells. The body will convert it and send it to the fat cells to be stored. So what was the goal of the insulin? Help it get to the cells that need it. And then, what is not needed, under normal conditions, hopefully the body's going to store it. Now, when hormones, when other